And welcome to STARGEEKZ. This is Sean.
This is Steve. Oh, this is Steve. I don't know who goes in charge. Who goes first anymore? Something's wrong with me.
And this is Ed. And in case you guys need to know, we need to
on program.
Oh,
We're doing the mock around.
Hi.
Hi.
hi. Hello. What's up, guys? What's going on, man? This is although we missed you last week, but I talked to you every last Saturday, so I missed you last week, last Wednesday.
I missed you guys as well. I saw a little bit of it, jumped on a little bit, so but
appreciate you watching.
It was a busy week. This week is a busy week, so but I made the time.
I appreciate you. Steve, what's going on, buddy?
Same old. I had the day off today, so it was a nice day. A nice way to.
Oh, you did? That's good.
Yeah, man. Getting older, doctor's appointments and what have you. Ed, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, indeed.
The League of Geezers, baby.
League of Geezers.
Like doctor's appointment, I got to take a whole day off for that.
You got to do what you got to do.
Right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I was able to squeeze in all of Andor. And Sean, I'll talk about it more on Saturday, but 2 episodes left, and I'm all caught up with Invincible. So,
all right. Well, that'll be a review. So yeah, I mean, this week, we're gonna talk. We are going down the road to Andor. We want to get there. We're getting there. We got episodes 7, 8, 9, 10 tonight.
Yes,
which is really good stuff. But definitely can't wait for that. And then we got some news with Ed, and I don't have anybody got anything for Toy Box for Star Wars. No, not really. Right? There's nothing really out. There's nothing to buy.
Stuff out, just not buying
it. 7, cartoon stuff, but that's about it. You know what I'm saying? I did get a new watch, so that's cool.
You showed some cool stuff in the text feed this week.
I finally got an iPhone. Watch, and it got some Star Wars artwork on there.
It should.
It is the 2. What is this? The fucking iPhone 2 Ultra.
Apple 2 Ultra.
Apple 2 Ultra. Yeah, it's dope. I like it. I do like it. This is my first time having an Apple phone. I've never had one in how long it's been out, so it's kind of cool. Kind of like it.
I do. I've been using it for 6 years now.
It's very convenient, very, very convenient. So
I would like one because there's a lot of things that can track and health and other things. But
track my sleep last night.
That's what I do.
Don't wear watches.
I got an hour.
I never did either until I had my surgery and stuff, and now I can't leave home without it.
I'm not a watch person either, but now I'm kind of I kind of like it.
And then you get the watch bands. Mine's are scraped up, but I got comic book. I got Black Panther on there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I gotta get me into
different Star Wars ones and stuff. So watch bands.
I have never worn a watch. Never ever in my life. I've never worn a watch. Maybe one of those little tiger ones when you're 6, but
yeah, I don't know. I just was let me try to get my grown man on and try to wear a watch now. But
I'm still a child.
It's pretty convenient though.
It checks my heart rate, checks my blood pressure, checks my exercise rings. I got all that kind of stuff all hooked up, so it's I can even check. I get to do an ECG on myself. I'm feeling some flutters, and I'm like, oh shit.
It's not really accurate though. Don't go by that, but
it's pretty damn accurate. Let's put it this way: a lot of that stuff is pretty damn accurate. So, I mean, I'm not going by it. I'm not saying I'm dying, but if I'm seeing irregularities consistently, then I'm going to go to the doctor.
Welcome to Old Geek.
With a little something, you cannot tell him nothing about it.
Oh no, you can't tell him no. It don't work. No nothing.
I've tested this damn thing for years. I've even been in the doctor's office with it, testing it at the same time.
It tells you these are not accurate things. Don't go.
No, that's legality because they don't want people suing Apple for misdiagnoses. That's why. But trust me, it's pretty accurate.
Makes sense.
The other reason, Steve, we don't have one. These guys up here, they're desk jockeys. You know, when you're out there working
yeah.
with equipment and in your hands, you can't. Something
True.
gets caught. It's bad news.
None of my
Yes,
other guys
jockeys.
watches it.
We are desk jockeys, though. All we do is sit at our desk all day and complain about it.
Make other people do the work, like those people down there.
Oh, I like those guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, man. Listen,
We're
neither
not
here nor- Ed, I'm gonna let you get into your thing this week. Let's let you go into the news. Not even gonna say anything. We're just gonna let you go. Go ahead.
It's so
Do your
nice.
thing.
It was smooth.
I have good news.
Ed's news.
So we got our first little glimpse of an image for Visions Volume 3.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
And it's kind of an interesting little blurb to it. So it's a psychedelic battle between past and present, light and dark, life and death. And it rages, and of course the little slide thing covers it up. The psyche of an imperial soldier near defeat. So it sounds kind of trippy, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm getting more into anime as some of the years go by. So this mashup of Star Wars and anime makes me excited. Now, I know some of them are good. So.
I kind of wish they would do like a love, death, robot kind of thing with Star Wars stuff. That'd be dope.
I like the.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, you can dip into every little like. You can even dip into like horror facets of like like anime and like the CG generated shit. Like, yo, that would be fucking crazy. You could do a lot with that. And I remember you guys a couple weeks ago were talking about horror stuff. I wasn't on the show that day, but you guys were talking about the horror stuff. This is probably a great opportunity for them to actually dip into the horror part of it in anime form or CGI form, however. So that would be pretty tough.
Yeah. Well, given this little description, they might be going there a little bit.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Steve?
I was just saying, but like, isn't that Star Wars Visions? I mean, that for me almost feels like their version of Love, Death, and Robots, almost because it goes into so many different versions, different styles of animation in the same show. But Love, Death, and Robots, that has more. I mean, while there is some silly stuff, I think that's more of a darker tone than like Visions. So I think that's what you're kind of wanting, is more like, let's get some, because I would love to see some like 3D animated, some really detailed, highly detailed 3D animated stuff done in like short films, little short episodes, 20-minute episodes, just like those damn cinematics we keep talking about wanting to review. Because like some of those cinematics for the games are like, wow.
Yeah, crazy. So I can't wait. I mean, we'll see what happens with was it Volume 3?
Volume 3. We know it's this year, but we still do not have any release date information. I'm assuming we will get more because there is a panel that talks about this at Celebration. So at that point, they'll probably review a little bit of it or preview it and then give us an indication on when this will come out. So one of the other things that they're telling us they're going to reveal at Celebration is the next major Star Wars game. Now, it's made by the same people who made the Marvel Midnight Suns and XCOM, and it is supposed to be a turn-based game. Now, I've never played these. I know. So I'll be interested to see. Have you guys played either of these?
Not Midnight Suns, but I played XCOM a little bit. They're turn-based style combat, turn-based style games as far as like action goes. So it's more of a RPG. And as far as XCOM, that's more like top-down view, kind of like Diablo. I'm not sure about Midnight Suns.
When you say, Steve, like XCOM with turn-based, like with it being a top-down view, so it's not like the original like Final Fantasy games where you're picking your player, or is it like Ultimate Alliance?
The original Final Fantasy games were like that. It's like top-down RPG style.
Well, they were kind of like that
turn-based.
weird. Yeah. Okay.
But you know, like we used to play Diablo or like Ultimate Alliance, although like that, like it's kind of like at an angle.
That's what I was hoping.
Kind of running through.
Ultimate Alliance would be great.
That wouldn't be bad as a Star Wars game. I actually would play that.
But I'm turn-based when you're by yourself, that could be okay. But turn-based in a group is garbage. raising a group is the worst.
Mm.
So
Ah,
yeah,
I hope they come out with something better. We'll see.
well,
Because
that's what
the last Star Wars game was kind of a flop ish. Anyway,
yeah. I keep wanting to go back, and I will at some point, but
yeah. So
I'll let them work out some bugs and do some patch updates and other things, and then we'll figure out
yeah, we'll see what's happening.
how it goes.
Flex, what's up, man? Happy
going on,
birthday! Happy
Flex?
belated birthday to you, Flex. If it's not your birthday today, brother, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
So that's pretty much it from a news perspective. There are a few things collectible wise. So if you are a smelly bounty hunter and you need the limited edition soap, there's a Mandalorian soap that's going to be out.
I use this soap, not the Mandalorian one. I have Marvel ones and I have some of the holiday ones. I got them for Christmas. So.
That is great.
Squad is really good. It's really, really nice.
Yeah, I've had it.
They're expensive though. I mean, it's
Yes.
I mean, you can get them like if you get them on their website, you get like a pack. It cheapens them up, but it's like $7 a bar of soap. But they last a long time. So
Okay.
Now, this one was interesting. I had to go and kind of find this again. Gentle Giants normally does a St. Patrick's Day exclusive. Like last year, I believe for Star Wars, it was Yaddle. And then I don't remember what it was 2 years ago, but it always has kind of a green theme to it. Apparently, this was the exclusive, but I cannot find it on their website anywhere right now.
It's because it's probably for people who are signed up for their membership. Like if you're like a guild member or something like that, you could probably get it. But if you're not a guild member, you ain't getting it.
So, and that would be why I cannot find it. So,
yeah, that's usually.
If you're a guild member and you're interested, there you go.
Hey Ed, before you keep talking, did we talk about how the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge turned into the Mandalorian? Do you have that in the news this week?
I do not.
Yeah, apparently it's turned into Mandalorian. It's going to have a Mandalorian theme to it. Hello, did you hear about this?
what do you mean by Mandalorian theme? You mean the ride? You mean
the Falcon ride is going to have a Mandalorian theme to it.
Yeah, we talked about it. That
we
was
talk about
announced a while back. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if we talked about it. My bad. Sorry.
That's all right.
Regal Robots is
There you
continuing
go,
their.
I know, dude.
There you go, Sean.
You know what? The only reason why I wouldn't get this because I didn't really like the character anyway. In the re-edits of the
special edition.
of the special edition, so I really don't have like this is kind of cool. I don't really care, but like it was in Lucas's original like concepts from Phil Tippett or whoever who made the concept. I forgot who made the concept, but or was it was Nego? Maybe I think. Was it Nilo Rodis? He may have did the sketch or something like that, but I don't know. I do like it though. It's really cool. It's a cool maquette. Like
It's really cool, man.
No, I'm like, I got out, man. I can't go back in, man. I cannot go back in.
Yeah.
That's not the first time you've pulled out and gone back in.
I know. What was the cost on this, Ed? Is it like $1,600?
I didn't see anything on there for this one with the pre-order.
I think it might be $1,300. I think. I mean, it's a Regal Robot piece, so it's
up there.
This might sell out. I'm gonna be honest with you. It might probably sell out pretty fast because it's a really good piece. The price on it, it goes on sale next week. Not bad, actually. Actually, the price is not that bad. The signature edition price is at $499, and the legacy edition is at $799. Just not bad. That's actually bad. I thought it was going to be like in the thousands. I'm going to be honest with you, because usually a maquette of that stature and that size is way more expensive than I thought it was. That's not bad, man. I'm going to be honest with you. I really ended up with that price.
Yeah. Wasn't a fan enough of the character.
I agree, but it's a cool concept. $499 is not bad. The legacy edition is with the sketch.
Right. It comes with the whole.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not collecting sketches, which is, I mean, they're great, but you know, I have a Nilo signature. So, you know, what's up? Snoop Dogg. What's up, bitches?
What's up, bitches?
Zombie, what's up, brother? What's going on?
So while I was looking at the Regal robot, I did see another one as far as from their legacy sketch.
Yes, they did release that. I did not get it, didn't jump on it. It was nice. I mean, again, I don't have any legacy sketches to match with it, so I don't need to go down that road. I'm actually happy I didn't. But I do still have that maquette though. I don't think I'm gonna get rid of that one. I think I'm keeping that one. Zoe actually really likes it, so I'll probably keep
Nine
it.
Numb.
Yeah.
Oh, you do have a maquette of him. That's cool.
I do. Yeah. It's still around. It's around somewhere. So yeah. I still got 2 maquettes, 2 or 3 maquettes left.
I like this from Fernando.
I don't know. That other one, I might have to get that one. I can't afford eggs.
Yeah.
Aren't they getting cheaper though?
They are falling down cheap, aren't they? Also,
So if you do the Hot Toys, now you can get Galen Erso.
I guess why though? Like unless you're like a completist, I
Why
see
not?
There
no
are
reason.
There
I get it. This is for them only. Like not even Mads Mikkelsen fans are like, yes. Like, like
wait, what happens to my Doctor Strange hot toy?
you can swap the heads.
Yeah.
I think they did make one.
No, they didn't.
Are you sure? I thought they did.
Look, kid.
Who
Look,
was that character?
look.
If
kid.
not, they will.
What's the over under on how many hot toys fucking Mads Mikkelsen has? 3? What say you?
I don't think so, man. Yeah, Mag Nicholson. Why would I want that? Hello,
They have a Hannibal one.
Well, what was his character in Doctor Strange?
Caecilius.
Yeah, see, why would I get that?
He had the sparkly eyes.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the Glen Erso is nice. It's like if you're a completionist,
Yum.
and if you have the whole which they don't even have a Cassian Andor hot toy in it yet.
Oh,
Which
but
makes
that's
no
coming.
sense to me.
That's coming.
But
without
it's coming
question.
because Hot Toys is doing a 30 days. They're doing a 30-day release every day this week. They're doing a release of a new Hot Toy that's coming out. So stay tuned to that. Although I think they're gonna probably do a Spider-Man, this Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Hot Toy too.
They already have it out.
They
Yeah,
already have it out.
and they do have a Caecilius hot toy.
Yeah,
do.
they do.
Yep.
Of course.
You can swap the heads.
That's
You can give Caecilius that little blue ball he's got there. The little Death Star hologram.
yeah, I guess. All right. Well,
Project Stardust.
He looks lumpy. Like his clothes don't fit right. I don't know.
it does
I
look
just
weird.
don't. I just don't like it. I don't see a point.
That's the Imperial frump look.
like he's wearing mom pants. It does. It does.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like it doesn't look right.
It's weird. Oh, I don't like it.
He's been eating too many Imperial donuts.
It's like he's a kid wearing his dad's clothes. Yes, indeed. Now,
He looks like Viggo Mortensen, not fucking.
Yeah,
I can see that.
If you squint your eyes, he does look like Viggo Mortensen.
I can see that.
Yo, you are hating on this shit. Like, you're like, I don't know.
Well, if you
I love
want,
the movie. This is just a stupid toy.
I know it is. Like,
if you're looking for a collectible that I think is very cool, this thing looks awesome.
It's a very expensive piece.
yo,
Yes,
dog.
but
But it's 2 feet tall
Yeah,
and 2 feet
gigantic.
deep and 18 inches wide, and it's got the little.
It's got a miniature statue on the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got the little.
oh yeah, no,
seam
I
on the
have.
bottom.
It's different on all 4 sides of the bottom.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh,
Wow.
Yes, and look at the detail with the hands, and he's got Luke's lightsaber. This thing looks nice, but
I ain't got no space for that.
I ain't got no budget for that.
Yo,
but that's the ultimate
Oh,
emperor.
it is. That is. That's
Right
the end. That's the end game. Darth City is like you might as well say, "Who's gonna put it right here?"
Comes built in with a light over the head.
Oh,
Lordy.
that is so nice. maybe Sasha will come out with a smaller one. I mean, I have one, but it's not. It ain't nothing like that.
And I can't tell if it's just the paint job or if there's a little light in the eyes.
Would you say hello?
I said just flip the one you got, upgrade to this one. Come on, you know the game.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a nice piece though. Like it's not a bad piece. It really is
nice.
Does the throne look too small? Maybe. I guess so, right? I got to look at comparisons now. Sure.
I mean, his throne in the movies was pretty big, wasn't it?
Was it?
Like around him more.
Let me see.
Pull up a side by side, Sean. Let's see.
I'm gonna
Screenshot.
Hold on. I gotta pull it. Emperor on throne. No. Well, let's see. I got the image. Shit. Movie. Return of the Jedi. Keep talking.
That's the Return of the Jedi lightsaber hilt he had.
Execute Order 66.
Well, he didn't do that from that chair. I don't know, man. It's hard to see, but
I'm just trying to make out what kind of soda can that is. It's a weird.
Their own version.
I was gonna say that's the premium.
Yeah.
It's wider around him, like it's wider. Like the throne on the figure, like his shoulders are like right where the edges are, but on that one it goes out a bit.
It does, and it's actually his head is a lot bigger. So, or
maybe it's just because he's slouching. You know, he's kind of got that. You know,
yeah, he looks like he's like a little drunk in that picture.
You know,
yeah, he does look a little drunk. I guess
he's like drunk. He's had a hard day. He's like, fucking.
But it seems like every time they do it, his head is closer to like the thing. It's weird. Even on the Black Series one, this is a SH Figure Arts version. But in the original version, I guess he's bigger. I mean, it is bigger. It's weird. I don't know. Even like, look at that. I don't know. I mean, is it a piece worth getting?
Not for that. Well, I don't have a budget of that. So
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it's a nice piece though. Don't get me fucked. Like it is a nice piece.
I wonder how heavy that is.
I mean, it's got to be heavy as shit.
It's got to be so heavy.
Yo, did you see the PCS turtles? The one that's coming out the sewer? You see how big that shit is?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to get it, but it's huge. It's 3 feet wide.
Enormous. I'm like, I didn't know it was that big. I thought it was like regular, like kind of.
It's one
like the size of a
scale.
manhole cover from the regular sewer.
That manhole covers are not that fucking big.
Well, right, but it's 1-to-1 scale to match the poster.
That's just huge, man. I've seen that show.
I'm like, I'll just get the poster with the manhole cover.
Yeah, facts. That thing is crazy.
Where do you can't put it anywhere else but like low? Like you'd have to have like a, and then you have to get a shelf for a cabinet that's
just like a giant coffee table. Yeah.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
And that thing's what, like 100 pounds?
I'll buy more than that because it's got all 4 of the turtles' heads popping out.
Dude, the ridiculous.
It's so nice though. So nice.
Nice shit. The statues are getting ridiculous, and you know the shipping price is going to be crazy going forward now. I'm sure Sean will pick up the. No.
Somebody will give it to him.
He'll get it on a trade.
No, ain't nobody give me that shit like that. I'm not getting nothing like that. No, I would get one if Sideshow had one because I would like to have one, but I already have an Emperor, so I don't mind my Emperor. To be honest, I'm okay with it. It doesn't bother me. I'm happy with my shit. So that's it. Is that it on news?
That's it.
All right, then. Well, shit. We are almost at the 30-minute mark. Good job, Ed. Good job. Way to cut it in half, brother. All right. Well, let's get into. I mean, if you haven't watched Andor, then you're about to be spoiled. But
why are you on this program if you haven't?
I mean, you never know. Somebody may like one. They may
come on.
Maybe this is the one episode that one of these episodes is one that one of us all hate. But probably not. Probably not.
Does anybody hate this episode? I'm so curious.
I hate them.
I'm like, there's no. It's like so shocking about what we're going to think about the next 4 episodes.
Yeah, Ed. So I mean, yeah. To be honest, we probably can run through them pretty quick. But Ed, I'll just take it away, man. Like I'll let you talk about Andor. We're jumping into Andor 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yes.
Do you know who directed each one of these episodes? Is it just one person who directed them? I'm not 100% sure.
Same guy for sure directed the last 2. So,
I do not have the tail of tape. I don't know if you can, which it looks like you're pulling that up as we speak.
Yes, I am, sir.
You know, I have to say that this arc could potentially be one of the most pivotal moments in all of Star Wars canon. Because
Really?
if you think about what takes place here, I mean, this is the catalyst for everything. Without this taking place, there is no rebellion. The Empire just ends up ultimately consuming the galaxy. And in which case, there's no Star Wars. There's no continuing war.
Okay.
It was this that kind of put everything in motion.
So episode 7 is announcement. The repercussions of Aldhani heist reach all the way to Coruscant while Cassian returns home. Directed by Benjamin Caron, written by Stephen Schiff, Tony Gilroy, and George Lucas. Which interesting.
Not all 4 episodes are directed by the same guys. Then.
No, they're not. So we'll get into that as we go with each episode. But I mean, let's start with this episode, Ed.
I didn't really think about it until I'd said it though. But you're right. Like, yeah, if this whole shit at the prison doesn't happen,
right? I mean, it's the spark that lights all of it. I mean, there's a lot of moving pieces when we kind of go through it and jump around, but it's some good stuff. And the other part too, just for the whole way through, the music in this is not Star Wars as far as what we're accustomed to. There's no orchestra. It's a very different feel. But the emotional response that it kind of brings in, if you pay attention to it, it's very suspenseful. It sounds kind of futuristic, a little off key to kind of let you know that something's not right. But there's so much good, not only about the series, but this arc in particular.
Okay.
Quick start off. Cyril gets news about the whole Aldhani heist.
What the hell is his name? Cyril?
Yeah, Cyril Carnes.
All right, cool. I never knew his name. I never really paid attention to it.
And then it jumps to where obviously the Empire is cracking down. I thought it was really cool that we get Wolf Yularen, who has actually appeared in Star Wars throughout. Upper left, he was one of those sitting around the table when in A New Hope, when Darth Vader choked out Admiral Mahdi for doubting him. So he was part of that original group, and then he appeared in the animation multiple times. That's him with Anakin, because he was commanding one of the ships working with Anakin, and then he shows up again in Rebels. So,
and in not one of those has he ever been promoted or demoted. His rank stays the same. He's a fucking schlub, this guy. Just a pencil pusher, doesn't make waves, doesn't do shit. Look at his rank stays the same. Decades.
When you're dealing with Palpatine and Vader, you steady.
Yeah, I mean, how far you can go.
Yeah, you don't want to rock the boat on that. But this is kind of interesting because this is where they really start to crack down, and he makes mention that they're taxing all of these systems like tremendously, 5 times the amount that was stolen.
Right.
Any customs or festivals, anything used for rebel contributions, they're going to shut that down. But the biggest piece is the PORD, the Public Order Resentencing Directive. So as we find out, if you're in prison and you've got 2 years left on your stint, you just went to 4. They doubled everything.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like I didn't realize that until like I think the last episode. I didn't realize that they raised everything. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Like, and even when Andor gets sentenced, the judicial lady's like, oh yeah, this would have normally been 6 months, but it's 6 years.
He's all of our favorite historians.
You are our favorite Star Wars historian. Let's be honest.
So, and this is interesting because she makes the comment after Yularen makes the announcements about all of this heavy hitting that the Empire's doing. And she talks to her staff and she's like, they're playing into their hands. Like, she recognizes exactly what Luthen sees, that Luthen is setting this up because he wants the Empire to do this. And they're falling right in step toward what he knows is going to happen.
She is the Karen of the Star Wars universe.
She's smart, though.
Yeah, no, she had her shit together. Don't get it messed up. But good Lord.
They get to meet, and she's questioning him about if pulling off Aldhani and what was the ramifications of that incident. So,
I love
the
that.
one girl's left on the planet, and I love when they do this.
Yeah, that was
Like
tough.
that Star Destroyer, when it rolls in, it just gives you that feel of, oh shit, the Empire is coming hard.
Yeah.
And when they show up, yes.
I can't contribute much. I can't contribute much.
You're lucky I was
there.
on mute at that point. But, yeah.
So,
Steve,
So
that's so
stupid.
so immature.
So dumb.
this meeting, just the little things like the marks on the sidewalk, how careful they are with everything they're doing.
Yes.
It's really interesting because it lets you know how serious it is and how they just know that if they get caught, they're done.
Yeah.
There's no due process.
But this
There's
is like the
no
worst place to have
execution.
like a secret meeting. There's nobody around. Like if a little spy droid pops up, they're fucked.
You would think, right? They would have
You know
like
what I mean?
spy droids and shit, right? You would think.
Well, but that's the thing is you have to figure how big Coruscant is.
Coruscant
I'm
is
sure.
big.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm
it's
sure.
an entire planet that's a city that goes like thousands of levels
Yeah,
everywhere.
you have to remember there is a deep part down there that
Oh, yeah.
people don't go to. So yeah, that's true. I never thought about
Yeah,
that.
so it's big.
Costume design in this, man. I love the costume design in this, man. It
yes.
is really, really good. Like you get different parts of costumes, like even like Mom Mothra, you get the down on in Andor's area, like everybody
Did you call her Mon Mothra again?
Mom Mothra, whatever the fuck her name is. Mama Mothra.
Here comes Godzilla.
Yo, were those clone troopers, Ed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because that's the flashback.
Yeah.
So he goes back after he made his big score. He's going to go pick up his mom, and they are just going to go somewhere and have the easy life. But she's like, no. It tells everybody, I'm a rebel. I'm in this for the long haul. And that's when we get the flashback to when his father or adopted father was killed by the Imperials and hung. And it's very cool because, again, with the time frame, they're clone troopers because it's right in the transitional period before stormtroopers.
Stuff I didn't maybe I guess watching it again, I didn't realize that they were clone troopers, but I think I knew it. But like going back and watching it again, you're like, oh shit, clone troopers.
Yeah.
Like that was kind of cool. I kind of wish they would have got a little bit more, play, but still it's cool.
Oh yeah,
cool to see.
Mon is realizing that she needs help because
maybe it's just this episode in particular, but Mon can get it. So we can move right on, but I'm just gonna say
Steve,
Mon Mothra can get it, and
I'm
we'll
with
just
you.
move on.
I'm with
Just
you.
move on.
Yeah, I'm with you, Steve. I'm with you on this one. like she looking all right. Looking all right.
Yo. I'm just, I'm getting
I couldn't look
older.
away. I wasn't looking away. I'll tell you that. There was no little laugh. There was no look away. I was looking at everything. I was like, okay. She had a little back cut off thing going on.
Yeah. She got it. She's got it going.
Right. Good. Yeah.
I love the dialogue because she's talking to an old friend. She needs help because she's been spending all of this money to help the rebellion, and the Empire is now looking at everything. But how he is trying to tell her, he's like, you're a senator, you're here on Coruscant, part of the Imperial Senate. I don't think you're gonna like how I feel about politics. And she's just like, no, we're good. Trust me. So
this was a great scene too, as she was like, they're walking and they're talking, but she's still trying to keep that whole look and demeanor of how she carries herself.
I like the cool little touches they did with the drinks, like that. Her husband got like those two little, those little fizzy worm things.
Yeah.
Yep. This scene was fantastic. Dedra Mira, she took Blevins to school.
She fucked him over on this one. He thought he had her, and he did. it flipped on him, and he was like, "Damn." I do love, and I think we talked about this the last episode. We talked about I just love the white room.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's the most intimidating room in the galaxy.
It is fucking great. I love it, man.
Could you imagine if they were like, "All right, come in here and stand in the middle of this circle while we interrogate you."
The secret police.
And they're so arrogant. They sit around in a round circle and so arrogant that the shit that's going on, man, it's amazing. I again, great writing.
Oh yes. And when that shoe dropped, when Blevins is just like, well, imagine what it'd be like if everyone in this room treated the rules the way that she does. The boss is like, yeah, that's not a bad concept. We would be in a lot better position if all of you guys actually showed the same initiative that she did. And it was like, what?
Yeah. It's you know what, Steve, and Lil, so as we watch this, as we're watching it, you can like the cinematography and the writing makes it feel like it just feels great to kind of watch it because it's so good. Like you're watching like Game of Thrones kind of shit, Steve. And it's you're like, damn, this shit is really, really like it. They bring it, man. They definitely bring it in this shit.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's every aspect. It's the cinematographer. It's the guy doing the lighting. It's the score. It's everything married together.
Mm-hmm.
Even the costumes, like Ed was, or I think it was you, Rashawn, were saying you like the costume design, like the Imperials. The fabric used on the Imperials jackets looks thicker than what I mean. Like it just looks like a lot of care and work went into every little aspect.
Agreed.
We get our first look at one of the K2SO droids. And they are no joke.
Yeah. The short troop, we got the short troopers too. I thought that was great to kind of see a short trooper and and then those K2SO droids.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, poor Cassian doesn't know. He's dealing with this fucking short trooper. I'm like, those are the motherfuckers, the last ones you're gonna see, buddy. That's gonna you don't even know it. Look, take a look at this beach. It's gonna be the last thing you see too.
Yeah. You're not gonna want to be at the beach.
Yeah, don't be at that beach no more. Don't go back.
This beach, this whole little city felt really good too. It's like not too many people, that it was kind of overdone, but enough that it looked like a lived-in, like boardwalk. It looked like anywhere you go to San Francisco, go down walking around the boardwalk, it looks just like this. Yeah. Well, depending on where you go, it can be a lot busier, but
the location shit that what they did with this is great. Like finding different locations for different scenes and just man, I can see why on season 2 they spent a lot of money. It makes all the sense in the world.
But it's interesting with this is that so Cassian's in a really good place because of the money that he stole from Aldhani, but because of what he did in Aldhani caused the Empire to crack down, which causes him to go to jail. Yeah. So his actions caused what ends up happening to him.
He does kind of get screwed here, though.
It was kind of right. It was
6 years. He's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
it's like that's that. Like, god damn. And then this happened.
I don't understand why he just didn't sit down. Why the hell would you keep running? Just sit the fuck down. Like,
well, at this point, he wasn't. He just walked around the corner.
Yeah, but he was kind of running.
Yeah, no, but it wasn't the running. No, it was the short trooper literally said, he's like, "Why do you keep looking around like that? You're looking around a lot." Because he was walking around like, fucking just
sit the fuck down.
Goddamn, relax. You're drawing too much attention to yourself. Clearly, that short trooper saw you, head on a swivel.
Which is odd because that's not the type of person he is, right? He is able to lose himself everywhere, and yet here,
right,
he was just really, I don't know, say out of character, but very obvious.
Yeah, more money, more problems.
Probably.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, he felt safe probably for the first time. He didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah. All right. Keep jumping.
Paid the price. So that was the end of the first one. And then when the other one starts, we see that
this is episode 2. This is episode 8.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, episode 8 is called Narkina 5.
Yep.
Directed by Toby Haynes, written by Bew Williamson, Tony Gilroy, George Lucas. The Empire catches up to Cassian, but as yet unaware of his identity and past.
So Cyril's got his nice, very sterile, boring looking job thanks to his uncle.
Right.
And the Imperials are coming looking for him because now Dedramira is in charge of the whole Ferrix ordeal. So
Yes.
he's getting called into the principal's office.
Yeah, they questioned him. She wanted to get his information from it, which was great. I thought that was cool.
And he's playing it off when she's like, "You do realize that you submitted 5 fake reports looking for Cassian Andor?" And he's like, "Well, actually 6." So
Yeah.
He's not hiding from it, and he wants back in. He wants back in so bad.
Yeah.
And then we get Cassian swooped off to Narkina 5, the labor camps.
Yeah. Which I like. I like the way that it's like, what's the thing in Marvel? The
raft.
The raft. Yeah. This reminds me of the raft. It's like, oh, okay, that's cool.
But there's so
Star Wars
many of them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What was there, like 6 or 7 just in this location on Narkina? Well, at least 5.
Yeah, the crazy part is I never even noticed the whirlpools around them. Like, does each one have that? And like,
well, that's how they generate their electric.
Oh, so when they cut it off, all that shit cut off. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's why they had to cut it off.
Yeah, because the whirlpools. Okay, cool.
They've been sucked down underneath.
Yeah,
and there are 4,900 inmates on each one of them. And talk about just a unique way of setting it up.
Yeah,
7 levels. 7 rooms, 7 tables, 7 prisoners, and then 1 extra who's running the show.
Who the fuck thought you would care about a prison Star Wars like movie air like time, like why would you care? But they made it so like I like.
Well, you instantly want to know more. Like they introduce. Do you see that Cassian gets Cassian gets taken to his table to meet his crew, and you're like, I want to know who all these people are. Like some of these people are, I know some of these motherfuckers are gonna die, but I don't know who, and you start like the old guy, I bet you he's gonna go. Who else,
Right.
But you start picking people out, but it's just I don't know. I never, at no point that I was ever like, oh my God, we're in a Star Wars prison, but it just kind of keep rolling right with the show. It just
the only thing that I kind of wish it did have is like more aliens. Different creatures
in prison.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Everybody get arrested. Shit.
Well, yeah, like in Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Like when they were in prison the first time, there's like
I felt like there should have been more like.
Well, maybe they feel like, but maybe you feel like you could take these guys. Maybe you don't want to add a bunch of really strong aliens to the mix, and you have to.
Or maybe they segregated them into the different.
This is not just a prison. This is work camp. This is they're building a thing. Maybe they don't need aliens big claws and 3 fingers. They need the little guys with their 5 digits to get these little screws and shit in place.
Yeah, I mean, it's Star Wars. Like, why not have aliens? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like 1 or 2. Like, it didn't have to be like crazy.
Even a couple Wookiees, right?
Like, and the crazy thing is like the Empire has the resources. They could have this whole thing automated, but they choose not to. They're like, nah, fuck it, make them do it.
Well, they even say it. They're like, we're cheaper than droids and easier to replace.
Oh, fuck.
That was who do you think is building parts for the Death Star? Right here.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I mean facts, but it's just like it's kind of weird though. It's kind of like, oh, why didn't they use droids?
So Jen Erso drew this up, and they're like, fucking, we need to build like 1 billion of these little panels. What the fuck are we gonna do? And they're like, got it. Prisoners.
Yeah.
double the sentencing, get more free labor. Boom.
Faster. And mind you, this shit is all on a timetable, so you got to move fast to get them out because the production's so fast. But the worst part is, like, one of these could be fucked up, like literally fucked up, and like you just got that bad piece in there that didn't like stand up in the Death Star.
Quality control.
Yeah, like I guess.
Well, I think because of their way of discipline and keeping all the prisoners in check, you don't want any Wookiees here. Could you imagine the smell of a fried Wookiee? Oh,
I mean, yeah, I get it, but it's just there's some little. I felt,
but a Gamorrean guard. I smell,
Yeah. Bacon.
That smell pretty good.
Bacon tonight, guys.
I don't know if you. I don't know if you want to eat that though.
Green eggs and ham.
Green
Green
ham.
eggs. Green
On
eggs.
program.
That's
All right.
That's actually a good one. It's a funny T-shirt.
So at this point, Mon has her friend helping her out, but he's letting
Look
her
at her,
know
Sean.
that this is
Look at her.
I know.
Elegant.
Steve,
Look
believe
at
me,
her.
my eyes was
Oh,
on her the
done.
whole time. No?
This fucking
her husband. her-
Chad next to her like a chump. And then
Her husband's a dick.
he reminds me
So-
of Justin Theroux in the new Beetlejuice movie.
Yeah, he does like this at the round. That's funny.
But just an indication that it's going to be harder than she thought, and they're going to have to figure something out.
Yeah.
I like that they used one of the characters from Rogue One that he meets in prison, Melchi. It's
Was he in Rogue
again,
One?
yep.
I couldn't
he
remember.
was-
I don't remember.
He was part of his crew, which
Oh
was
shit!
again, and it would make sense. You know, you make a friend like that at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's the first one to tell them before they realized. He's like, at this point in it, he's going, don't even look at the number. It doesn't mean anything. You're never getting out of here. None of us are. He already knows it. So,
All right.
Bix is being stupid. I mean, the Empire's on your planet. I know you're trying to get a message and find out where Andor is to let him know about his mom. But seriously, they've
Yeah.
taken over your planet.
Yeah, cut it out.
And everybody is on Ferrix right now.
Yeah.
You've got
Do you think they're not going to pick up a transmission? Like that was
Yeah.
just common sense. Like, come on, yo.
It's
Yeah.
coming out of that well you got there, like super high tech with your fucking
Yeah.
dial and your
Yeah.
little fucking
You
3
probably have a Star
3 millimeter
Destroyer,
jack.
You have a Star Destroyer like right over top of you, probably. You thinking that's going to work?
She's like,
Stop, girl, please.
hello, like, oh my god,
Duh.
cut it out.
this was really cool because again, it starts to tie in what's going on galaxy wide outside of what we're seeing on Ferrix and
Right.
Arkina. This meeting with Saw Gerrera.
It was great.
Oh yes.
It was
And
great.
he even gives you an indication as far as what's going on because he says you've got Krieger's a separatist, My Pay is a neo-Republican. You've got the Gorman Front, the Partisan Alliance, Sectorist, Human Cultist, Galaxy Partitionist. I mean, and this is why Luthen is doing what he's doing. You have these little groups of a handful of people who are pissed, but as individual groups, they mean nothing to the Empire.
Right.
They are just like swatting gnats. He knows he needs to get them together and he needs to make the Empire so pissed that everyone gets on board. Otherwise, it's all for nothing and you're going to lose.
I like the way they talk shit to each other super quietly.
I love it. Yeah,
They're
I
just
love
like-
it. I thought it was great.
They're
They had
like they're a little bit friendly, but you could tell there's no love lost between them, and like they wrap up the meeting rather quickly. But it's just they take some shots at each other, but they do it with like smiles and like kind words. It's like it's
It's
pretty
a
good.
great, yeah. It had a great back and forth, and even later on in the episodes, and the next episode, not next episode, but episode after that, there was a great, banter they had back and forth too.
Luthen makes the comment in this that oppression breeds rebellion. And this is the first time that we start to get a question as to who is Luthen, because Saw Gerrera asked that question. He's like, what are you? I've never really known. And Luthen's response is, I'm a coward, which I think, again, and we'll talk about at the very end of this, why I think Luthen is a Jedi. But he's like, I'm a coward. I'm a man who's terrified that the Empire's power will grow beyond the point where we can do anything to stop it.
Mm.
So, and as we said from making the phone call, Bix got pinched.
Yeah.
And that ends the second one.
Dummy.
So that when they torture her, I really want to know what the fuck that sound was that they played in her ear that was so bad.
Yeah, that was the start of episode 9.
So 9, nobody's listening. Under intense scrutiny while imprisoned, Cassian makes allies to plan an impossible escape.
That
Directed
just
by
looks like the.
Toby
That look-
Haynes.
Sorry.
Writers Bill Willman, Tony Gilroy, and George Lucas.
That looks like the headset you had to wear in school when you took your hearing test. You know, like, dude, you gotta hit the button when you hear the tones.
It looks like the Lobot like earpiece too as well.
The girl from
She looks
Skeleton
like she's
Crew.
sweating. Like, I don't want an earpiece. No.
Yeah, I want to hear this. I would wish they would have had played that sound of what the sound was that was so bad.
Well,
like,
and the doctor, there's so many layers in this. You have the doctor who loves what he does. And what he does is some bad shit.
Right.
But he talks about how,
Well,
yeah, and it's so casual.
Doctors are bad.
Oh, well, but the way
he's
like a whole nother level. But the way he even says, he's like, oh yeah, you know, we were putting up together this fueling depot, and there was a sentient group, but they were such a problem. The Empire just said, we're just going to commit genocide. We're going to kill all of them. But we're going to go one better. We're going to record the whole thing just because we can. And it just so happens that while we're recording it, the sound they made our guys listening go mad. So it gave me an idea. We're going to take that sound and break it down and use it to torture anyone we want. I mean, there's so many levels of evil built into that conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And her acting to portray something that is probably not even, she might not even have anything in her ears. Fantastic.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good. Like it made me be like, damn, what the hell is she listening to? That's so damn bad.
Oh yeah.
Just, somebody farting. I'm sorry. I'm not on point tonight.
You're fine.
So
it's all dick and fart jokes tonight for Steve. Lowest
scraping the bottom of the barrel.
That's my job, Steve. I do those jokes.
Laughing like a little immature, like I'm so immature. Like
I'm a bit offended because this is my job.
So the prisoners, they're planning an escape. They're working on putting together details. They know they want to get out. And it just kind of lets us know that this isn't an overnight thing.
I love from day one, Andor was plotting to get the fuck out of there, though. He was looking at everything, watching everything and how it played. Like, I do love that. Like, you got to really watch him and look at everything he's looking at. So that was great. Even setting that part up.
We get to see Mon talking about the Imperial overreach, and you could see how so many senators, they're like, screw you, the Empire's great. And they just turn the lights off and walk out.
Yep.
Like, there's nothing she can do there. But she even makes the point of she just needs to be an irritant. Nothing crazy, just enough to where, you know, they're not going to overreact to her, but they're not going to be surprised by stuff. So back on the prison, they're starting to realize that something is not right. There's the whole sign language that something's gone south on level 2. But nobody knows what it is. And then, of course, the power goes out in the middle of this, indicating that something really bad happened.
Mm-hmm. Did this guy die in this episode? Like, I didn't see him die. Like, I don't think did he die?
I think he was running. I think he was running around.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I didn't realize that the character we saw from the Aldani heist is actually Mon Mothma's cousin. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of rebellion activity going on in this household.
I mean, but I think it seemed like they both knew that they came in to it together, and then they, separated their ways while shit went crazy.
Yeah. But Cyril is stalking Deirdre, and she's like, I'm going to put you in a cage in the Outer Rim. because he just cannot let go of his need to go after Cassian Andor. And we all think that he's probably got a thing for Deidre Mare at this point.
Mm. Yeah.
Well, she is rocking that coat. You know, we'll give her credit where credit's due.
She's rocking that coat hard, right?
Out there looking like McGruff.
And
You
the
know?
hat.
She needs all she needs is a fucking magnifying glass, and she'd be ready to go.
And this, I believe, is the last part in episode 9, which is when we find out exactly what happened on level 2. That a prisoner who was scheduled to be released got reassigned, but they made a mistake and put him somewhere where people recognized him. So they now know that they are never getting out of here. And to keep it quiet, they fried all 100 guys, all 50 from both shifts.
But this is where Andy Serkis's character begins to turn, because, you know, the whole time he was like, you follow the rules. I only got a little bit more time to get out of here. And then this is where he was like, fuck, he just snapped. And that was it.
And that's our title for the episode 10, One Way Out.
And that episode is directed by, let's see, I just had it 2 seconds ago. One Way Out was directed by Toby Haynes. Writers was Tony Gilroy, Buell Williamson, and George Lucas. A rare opportunity opens, and the time for Cassian and fellow inmates to act is now.
One Way Out. So they got a little Imperial help. They picked up a rebel. They've got some indication that there's going to be a rebel attack on this one power station. And so from behind the scenes, they're keeping everything in motion because they want to figure out who's doing this and why. Mm-hmm. And we had no idea at this point that one of the ISB agents is a double agent.
Yeah.
Dun, dun,
dun. Squints back there.
Mon Mothma meets with a Chandrillan. He's basically a criminal.
Yeah.
In an effort to try and help her figure out how to deal with her money issue. And it's an interesting exchange between the two of them. And his request in order to help her is he wants to set his son up with her daughter. And it's interesting because she's like, I'm not even thinking about it. And he makes his last comment of, that's the first untrue thing you've said, because she's willing to do anything for the rebellion at this point.
Yeah, he got her on that one. she felt a little like, damn, he did. I was thinking about it.
So, and again, as we talked before, you know, it's got to be an interesting spot because she feels so strongly about the rebellion and about how just strong-armed the Empire is becoming. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't think that you would be willing to sacrifice your immediate family, but then we also see how her immediate family treats her like shit.
Right.
So it's got to make it a little easier to go, all right, well, you know, I got to do it.
Damn, that's your own daughter. God dang.
Yeah, but
oh no, I get it, but
yeah.
It's not like she's signing her up for a death warrant. She's just arranging a marriage, which is common in their culture.
Her marriage was arranged, you know.
Oh yeah.
So it's not get it all. I'm just like, I want a little seating area like they got. You know what I mean?
She cares more about the muffins than her daughter.
Yep.
Facts.
And it's time to go. Escape time in Narkina.
This was a great scene, man.
Oh yeah.
Just great. I thought, you know, there are people that I thought were going to survive, didn't survive, got shot, got blasted.
Yeah, that blonde dude that was kind of like a dick for most of the last.
Yeah.
Turns out to be awesome at the end, and then gets murdered immediately. But it was awesome. Cassian puts in so much fucking work, dude. Like those two guards firing, he kills both of them, then kills like 6 others before anybody else even fires a shot. Like Cassian he's a silent assassin, dude.
Yeah.
He's just, and he doesn't hesitate. He just turns the corner, blam, blam, headshot. Just keeps
Oh no,
moving.
he don't. There was no hesitation. Like remember time, he had one up to a dude's chest and said pew, like right through his chest. I was like,
He hit the guy, knocked him out, grabbed his gun, shot him in the head, turned around, shot the other guy in the foot. That guy fell. Then he was able to climb up and then shoot him again. Like, oh, so good. Cassian's a fucking scoundrel. It's awesome.
And talk about a brilliant idea. Break the plumbing, flood the floor, knowing they're going to throw the switch and that it's going to short out the entire power system.
right. That was great.
Yeah.
It was funny when Andy Serkis's character was like, he was stood there because he didn't make it in time, and he thought he was about to get electrocuted, but he just kind of sat there and was like, "Oh shit!" Now, yeah, he got.
And he's like, attack! That's when shit started to pop. But there was a moment earlier I forgot to mention, but like kind of when Cassian was, it was kind of one of the scenes where he's getting used to working, and he's like waking up and he's eating his breakfast. And he takes that plate and it like snaps back to the wall. And he has that little straw that comes out that he gets his water from. I just thought all those little touches were like, so perfect. It just felt so natural. It was really cool.
They make their way up to the main level. And it was kind of interesting, just breaking in, looking at the controls, everything these guys are doing. And the fact that, again, you're not going to do what I want. I'm just going to shoot you.
I like that. He's like, turn it off. And then it's like, what? Bam. Shoots the one guy. That dude on the right is like,
I got it.
I'll do it. I'll turn it off. Very good. Very good.
And we get one of the many fantastic speeches.
This episode has two. This episode alone.
Yes. But so good.
Yeah.
Especially
and I like how he starts it slow and Cassian's like, that's all you got? Like, come on, Cassian. Egg him on, man. Get him going.
One way out. One way out. One way out. And they're just one way out. And they're just ranting that shit the whole time.
I love how he's like talking shit about the guards and things. He's like, they do not have enough guards to take us on. And you see the guards like, oh, fuck, we're cooked.
Yeah.
It's a wrap for us.
There are 5,000 of us. If we can fight half as hard as we've been working, we'll be home in no time. I'm like, damn. Okay.
Yep.
And that was it.
He does all that fighting, has that great speech, and can't swim.
Did he end up jumping?
I don't know if he jumped or got pushed, but
you don't see once Cassian gets kind of tackled off of the platform in that mad rush, you lose him in the crowd, and that's just the end of it.
Yeah.
It's kind of left ambiguous. Like, does he?
I kind of would like to see
stay?
his character again. Yeah.
If he stays, he's fucked.
Yeah.
Because it's just him with all of those guards.
Did someone help him? Who knows?
Yeah.
I figure if your life's depending on it, like, you better figure it out. Move your arms and legs. Let's go.
Yeah.
I think I heard that he has a role in the second series or the second season, but of course you don't know if
Force
it's a
Ghost.
flashback. Yeah.
Force Ghost.
Everybody's a Force Ghost.
Prison Ghost.
Foggy Nelson's a Force Ghost. This guy's a Force Ghost.
But he comes back as Claw. You're like, what?
And then we get to the probably one of, if not the best moments and dialogues for this entire series.
And one of the
so
best
good.
Visually great scenes. Like, just him going down this forever elevator was scary enough. Like, that going up like 12 floors where I'm at work sometimes is a little nerve-wracking in like those service elevators, but like this shit was going for like 5 minutes and it was shaking and rattling. I'm like, no, man.
Yeah, it's the core of the planet.
No. And then he gets down there and he's standing there with his Jedi garb, like Ed's been talking about, flowing in the wind.
He did look like a fucking Sith. Like he was, this is why I say Stellan Skarsgård, he deserved like some kind of like nomination or some kind of award for this shit because he did such a great fucking job.
I
Like-
remembered this speech being a lot more fired up than it was when I watched it this time. I remembered him doing a lot more yelling because he's pretty calm for most of it. But it isn't until Homeboy, Squints back there asks him, what did you sacrifice? And then you're like, well, buckle up, bitch, because he's about to tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest part is I think when we break this down, it makes it so crystal clear that he was a Jedi. Because he asks him, okay, what did you sacrifice? Calm, kindness, kinship, love. I've given up all chance at inner peace, and I've made my mind a sunless place. I share my dreams with ghosts.
Damn.
Force Ghost.
So
Force Ghost.
exactly. So
Got it. I already got it, though. I got it.
shit.
I
Though.
know. I wasn't fast enough off the mute button.
You weren't.
Good call though. Like I didn't even think about that shit now till y'all just said it. God damn.
But if you think they're all the traits of a Jedi: calm, kindness, kinship. I mean, and even Anakin says at one point, we're almost encouraged to love, not in the way that he is with Padme, but still, it's all of those things. Then he goes
you can
to
love, but not with your penis.
yeah. I wake up every day to an equation I wrote 15 years ago, from which there is
Why did I
only
laugh at
one
that?
conclusion. So 15 years ago, that was Order 66.
Was it?
Yeah.
Look at you, Ed. God damn.
So
Look at you.
I'm damned for what I do. My anger, my ego, my unwillingness to yield, my eagerness to fight. They've set me on a path from which there is no escape. There's Yoda right there. Once you start down that dark path, forever will it dominate your destiny. He's just rephrasing the words.
Ed's gonna prove his fucking point one way or another, boy.
Fuck you.
It's not gonna be happy until the rest of us.
I've yearned to be a savior against injustice without contemplating the cost. By the time I looked down, there was no longer any ground beneath my feet. What is my sacrifice? I'm condemned to use the tools of my enemy to defeat them. I burn my decency for someone else's future, burn my life to make a sunrise that I'll never see. No, the ego started this fight will never have a mirror or an audience or the light of gratitude. So what do I sacrifice? Everything.
I mean, it was a good speech.
Oh my!
It was a damn good speech.
Yes. But those little pieces in there is not a question in my mind that he is a Jedi.
But that's kind of like one of those number 23 things, like if you go into that thinking like he's a Jedi, then everything you're saying. But you're right. There is quite a bit in there that's way too on the nose, almost like you said, almost verbatim what Yoda said.
Yeah.
I mean,
but he's a Jedi no more.
No,
He can't be.
He can't be.
Yeah. Exactly.
He knows that's a death sentence, and
He can't do as much. He can't do as much for the rebellion as a Jedi as he can as Luthen.
Correct. And then, of course, we've said that Obi-Wan in that series, his force powers were very diminished because he didn't use them. Luthen's intentionally pushing that down. He doesn't want to use it. I'm sure that there's certain senses that benefit him.
I mean, it's
Season
weird.
2. He's gonna bust that fucking walking stick out. It's gonna turn into a lightsaber. He's gonna fuck some shit up in a last ditch effort to sacrifice himself.
It's weird because all the everything that kind of leads up to his character is like he has a kyber crystal. How the fuck you get a kyber crystal? Like,
well,
get out of his lightsaber.
There's like things that like he kind of like just
He's like, he tells Andor, "Hey, you got that crystal? I need that back."
Yeah.
Puts it in his light stick. Like, oh fuck.
Oh.
Ed was right.
So does that get us the combination of two really good things? Because Andor as a whole has been fantastic. We all also like Rogue One. One of the best scenes in Rogue One is the Vader scene. Do we get a point to where Luthen is in a corner and has no choice but to reveal the fact that he's a former Jedi? And with that being the case, is Vader the one that kills him?
What?
Yes. If it's not that, fuck everything. If it's
Yo.
not that, we riot.
Yo,
Like,
season
I don't
2.
even know.
If you pull off some shit like that, what?
Why
And
can't they? They can. They own Vader. They just got to
I mean-
put him on the fucking shit.
I mean, Lil, what you guys say? You quiet.
He's muted.
I know he is.
I don't think they're gonna do that.
I don't think they will either, but it would be so.
But it would be fucking awesome.
They have to, man. Luthen is so cool.
I mean,
that
how
would be
much-
like the best.
I mean, how much did they spend on season 2? I mean, they're keeping that shit. They're keeping that shit under wraps still. Let's be honest. Like, there's no
Oh, yeah.
leaks. There's no nothing.
We got nothing.
Like leaks. Like, yo, they have kept this bitch under wraps so hard. We've only got a trail. Like, yo, Lil, let's be honest. Like,
It's true. They have.
When you keep something under wraps this well, there's got to be a fucking surprise around this corner, man. Everybody's gonna be like, "Holy shit!"
And again, I don't need it to be the entire episode.
No,
Let's say he does something at one point that is just a little bit of a tip off to where, I mean, we're speculating that he's a Jedi. I think it's pretty evident that he is. But let's say he does something because he's in an impossible position that now somebody's like, wait a minute. And then you just get a single scene of like the stormtroopers rolling in. You get the scene from behind as Vader walks in. You just see the lightsaber ignite, and then it's done. I don't even think you need to see him get killed on screen.
I mean, why waste a stallion if you got it?
I know, but
Yeah, but like if you're gonna go all the way that far, I better see him die. Like, don't give me this cutaway bullshit.
Yeah,
You cut back and it's him laying on the ground.
take it all the way, baby. Take it all the way.
Yeah.
He's in
Watch
shit.
him get killed. Fuck it. Watch him turn to a Force ghost. I don't give a fuck. He gonna die. Let him die. Let him die like everybody wants to see that shit. Like, and even put up a fight too. Put up a little bit of a fight. See how his little lightsaber skills are. Like, I want to see it all. Fuck it. If you're gonna do it, do it. Do it right. But at the end of the day, listen, we'll see what we get in season 2. But man, listen. Top tier shit.
oh yeah.
And only 2 episodes left of season 1.
Yes. Good job, Ed. God damn, man. Salute you, buddy, for pulling all that out your hat.
Crushing it.
Love this shit.
Yeah. And he stopped at a good time. Way to breeze through 10-12, man. Look at that. Now all of us can go get something to eat and fall asleep. Listen, we said it all tonight. We did everything we could. We broke down Andor episodes 7, 8, 9, 10, which is great.
Such a good arc.
Yeah, great arc. Listen, if you're not watching, listening, and subscribing to us every Wednesday at 9:00 Eastern Standard Time and 6 Pacific Time, you gotta check us out. Listen, we're here every Wednesday talking about Star Wars. Next week we have the last 2 episodes. We're doing the last 2 episodes next week.
Yep.
Andor. Stay tuned for that and see how we feel about the last 2 episodes, which, I mean, obviously how we all felt about it, but we'll see what happens. But we'll definitely be here for a breakdown. So I mean, I guess we can sign off for tonight. Anybody else got anything else to say?
We're good.
Nope.
Yeah. Well, God.
That's it.
All right. Well, fine. Good night. This is Sean.
This is Lil.
This is Steve.
And this is Ed.
And may the Force be with you.
Always.
On program.